Everyone loves some free money, and that's why I love investing into dividends. And many of you who follow the channel will know that I have got a target of trying to make £2,500 in dividends in 2025. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Mark of Desperately Seeking Fi. Why have I set myself a target of £2,500 in the 25? Basically, I am looking at trying to have passive income of about £200 per month this year and continually keep growing that until I retire, hopefully in about 5 to 6 years' time. I'm at about £2,300, but as I get dividends rolling in, I just reinvest those back into dividend paying companies and ETFs that will continue to grow and hopefully compound my dividend growth journey. If I have a look at it, I'm just a little bit below the target of £200 per month. So currently sat, as you can see on here, £191.29. That's £6.29 a day. And if you look at how I've got on so far in 2025, I am in the month of May, largest payment so far. But you can see next month is going to be a juicy one. And by the time I've reinvested some of the dividends from this month, you might find that I even break that £500 in the month of June. But let's wait and see what happens. So what has been going on this month? This has been quite a good one. Over £220 made in dividends for the month of May. This all kicked off with Verizon, which is one of the stocks that I hold within my Ryder Cup of Dividends Challenge. If you haven't seen that, go and have a quick look over on either TikTok or Instagram, and you'll see what's going on there, where I'm pitching 12 US dividend growth stocks against 12 European ones. And I'm going to run that for about 6 months. I might even make it a year's worth challenge, where I'm investing £60 per week into those 24 stocks, and we'll see where that all ends up. Next we have British American Tobacco, and I think this is one of the larger payments that I get in the month, and that came in at £36.04. This comes out, Bats pays me quarterly, and I just get a sum like that every 3 months, which is great. You're then looking at Anglo American coming in, and that has paid me $6.60. That obviously gets converted into pounds as that comes through. You've then got Lowe and L'Oreal, another two stocks that are in the Ryder Cup of Dividends Challenge, just paying small amounts, but that is fine. Then I think this is my second largest payment that I get in the month, and it's from Primary Health Properties. I did hold about 2,100 shares in Primary Health Properties, but as that reached up close to the pound per share, I sold out of that because I'd made a tidy little profit of about 15%. I'll reinvest back into PHP when the price drops back down to probably somewhere in around the 94 pence mark. Then Taylor Wimpey, one of those builders that I hold within my portfolio, has paid me £24.47. That's a semi-annual payment, so I get paid twice a year. You then have AGNC Investment Core. This is one of my newer purchases. I've got about £500 worth of these shares. It pays a relatively high dividend, and this is part of a new strategy that I'm looking at, having read the Income Factory book. If you're interested in having a look at that, I do recommend you have a quick read at it. I'll drop a link down below where you can get your hands on that, where that is talking about how you potentially go for slightly higher yield across your whole portfolio and you balance those out. I'm doing it with a slightly different twist. So long for some future videos where I'll talk about how I am building my portfolio to aim at having a nice steady higher yielding portfolio, looking more out towards my retirement in 5 to 6 years time. Then you have Realty Income, the monthly dividend payer, steady as clockwork, keeps paying out every single month, and that paid me $38.82. Then Barrett Redrow, this is the second of my 3 house builders that I have paying out. And then we get into Southern Copper. yet another Ryder Cup, US Ryder Cup stock. Then looking at Lloyd's, paid out a nice £23.21. I am looking at Lloyd's and trying to figure out, has it got to a point where I'm happy enough to take a bit of profit from there? It's still paying a 4.03 yield, so I think I might just hold on to that one and just keep riding out the 1,100 shares that I have of Lloyd's. Where do you think Lloyd's is going to go to? Do you think it's actually going to manage to break that pound mark? I think it's sat somewhere in around the 70 pence per share mark at the moment. But let's wait and see. Then Ashtead Technology coming in at £1.26. And then UKW, my biggest payment by quite some amount, due to come in on the 30th of this month. And that's going to be paying me £42.74. This is one of my two renewable holdings that I have. So I've got UKW plus Trig. I'm going to do a new video on that and sort of have a look at the two and pitch them against each other. Is that something that you guys would be interested in hearing about? If you can drop a comment down below, I'd love to hear what kind of way you would like me to do that video, UKW against Trig. Then Oxford Lane Capital Core, coming in at $15.30. This is another one of those higher yielding stocks that I have coming in at 20.49. You do need to be careful if you are investing into companies like this that do have high yields, because it could be a dividend yield trap. I've done a bit of research into this. I'm happy enough to hold small holdings of both this and AGNC just to boost my dividend yield a little bit. I'm not looking for this to make any huge capital growth. I am investing into this one just for that dividend yield. And I'm happy enough if that dips a little bit. Then HMEF, so the HSBC Emerging Markets ETF, held over on my InvestEngine account. That just paid me out $1.42. And then Starbucks, final company paying out in May, paying me $0.25. So all in all, that is £221.34. Is that sounding like a reasonable return against some of those companies? What have you managed to pull in this month? I'll be really interested to hear how you're doing on your dividends. And if we have a look back to where I am at the moment, I only have another £200 to manage to pull through in dividends so that I manage to hit that 2,500 target that I have for this year. So I am almost there. Let's just hope that none of these dividend companies that I do hold end up having financial difficulty and having to cut their dividend yields. But let's wait and see. You might be interested in going and have a look at this video that takes you through what's going on within my portfolio. But hopefully you find that of some use. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.